So today's challenge is to fill in where my homemade grade ended abruptly. The piece that I had there didn't work out, so I need to fill that gap in between the edge of this boxcar here up to my track there. And I'm a little concerned because I have a curved turnout on a grade, so hopefully that's not going to cause me grief. I hope not, but we shall see. So I've got to get the measuring tape and do some measuring and a little bit of thinking to see how I can get this to work for me. So that looks like about a 1/2 inch there, and it's 5 3/4. I've got some scrap lumber. Maybe I can cut and work with that to see if I can get something like that to fit. Well, with a jigsaw and a little ingenuity, I cut myself a little wedge. It'll drop in right there. Now I can cut the cork and glue it and put it in place, and I can extend the track up the grade that we're building. So that'll be next. There, now we've got the cork cut. It's in place. Glue it down. Turnout goes there. Nice smooth transition all the way down now. So the glue is cured, the cork is secured. So now I put the turnout where I think it should go, and we've got to go from the turnout down the hill or slope over to the 2 points that will converge. The outer one is going to the reversing loop and to the inner loop and the few industries there and on around. And the outer one comes down and around and connects to this one here, which goes down the ladder of the switch yard, and then if it wants to, out to the outer loop. So there we go. I've got the switch where I think it should go. I've got the cork kind of glue tacked down for going up the hill here, and then I've got some more cork to put in place. I got one piece of cork left that should go there, and hopefully that's all I'll need to get. If not, I'll have to cut this stuff out. I've got a little bit of scrap here and there I might be able to piece together. So now it's time to lay some track, drill some holes, and do some more wiring. Well, I glued the cork down. I didn't bother videotaping that because, well, you know, it's kind of boring watching glue dry. But I will take the pins out now. So I went ahead and I put the rail joiners in on these two pieces here, so I can just run the track all the way up. So this is coming up the grade that you saw, and right here is where my rail joiners are, and there's a lot of tension on the track because of this curve. So I put a T-joint in here and a T-joint in here, my T-pins, to push against the curve there, so the rails stay aligned between the two sections of track, because the last thing I need is derailments on the hill. So I'll load a tank car because I plan on having tank cars up here, and it rolls through without any issues. So I think I'll leave those there. There was too big of a gap right here, but I was able to push the rail down and fill that gap in, and it's about 88 degrees out here right now in the garage, so I feel pretty good about it being that close, because it may get up to 90, 95 out here, but I should be okay. So again, there's a lot of tension on this, but the rail joints are right about here, and so I'm going to cut off these tags so I can push the rail joiner up and keep these things aligned. And of course I'm going to put that other T-pin in right here to kind of hold it in place. And since this is clear on the back side of the railroad and I'm going to have a mountain coming up right where the camera is, I probably won't see that, but it'll hold it in place and keep things from derailing. And that's the important thing, isn't it? Keep the trains running smooth. So let me cut this. Now the rail joiner's on there, and I've got a nice tight connection between the two rails, so that should avoid the derailment. But for added insurance, I'll put this T-pin in right here and have the tension be on that. Then when I get the ballast down and the glue and everything into place, that'll hold it there. But in the meantime, that should take care of any derailments, keep it from happening. I'm going to tighten up this other rail joint because there's a little bit of a gap right here. So let me push that down, and then we'll run the good old tank car through and make sure we're in good shape. Alright, looks like we've got some good joints there. Now to test it out with the tank car. Alright, that looks good. Now we'll run a train up. Well, I think I'll call that a success. The turnout on the grade is working. Until next time, keep on keeping on.